the channel, Easy HVAC. We talk about all things HVAC. So we have another no cooling call. This is for a locker room. So let's go ahead and see what we can find. Right off the bat, we are calling for currently 2 stages of cooling. Stage 1, stage 2. But I have an alarm. You can see we have an alarm code, an error code, 13. All right, so let's go over here and see what 13 is. All right, 13 is open or a high pressure alarm. Opened 3 times during a demand. Requires a reset. So we are off on a high head pressure alarm. Let's look at my condensing fan motors. Alright, currently I only have 2 fan motors running. It's 2 fan motors in the back. My 2 fan motors in the back are running. They are running in the right direction. But it's the 2 front condensing fan motors that are not running. So I have 4 fan motors total. The 2 up front are not running. So we are calling for 2 stages. We only have 1 compressor running. So we're gonna check. First thing we're gonna do is check all of our capacitors and make sure those are good. We'll start with that. So before we do that though, we're gonna go ahead and shut the power off. All right, now we have to confirm. We always make sure that the power is off. All right, first phase, we don't have anything. Second phase, nothing. Third phase, and no power. Let's check each leg to ground. Nothing there, nothing there, and nothing there. All right, so let's jump over here to our capacitors. Okay, we have 4 capacitors. Go ahead and take these off. There we go. Discharge that. Alright, let's see what we got. Set our meter to microfarads. So we have 8.5 microfarads. I believe this is a 10 microfarad cap. We're plus or minus 5%, so I do believe that is technically below the range. It's 8.5. So we may end up changing that. But we might also have bad fan motors too. Let's finish checking these capacitors, then we'll move on to the fan motors. Check this one. .7. Okay. we got to tighten up these wires. All right, let's get the next one. Alright, that one is 9.4, so that one's good. Let's check this last one. Alright, that one is 9.6. So we've got two capacitors that are reading about 8 microfarads. But to tell you the truth, we may just end up changing, or I'll probably recommend changing all of them. Just so that we can all have, we know that we have 4 good capacitors. But let's check our fan motors. 2 were already running. I had 2 that were not running. But just a quick way that you can check your fan motors. I don't know if you can see, but on the ice cube relays, you have 4 fan motors in this case. Okay, you have 4 black wires coming from your condensing fan motors, the common wire. If you move that wire to the top of the ice cube relay where it says number 1, what you are doing, and the power is off, what you are doing is you are connecting the condensing fan motor and power, okay? Because this wire here on spot number 7 is power. It's live wire. Okay, so when the ice cube relays are not energized by 24 volts, when the coils are not energized, number 7 and number 1 are closed. Those contacts are closed. It's when you energize the ice cube relays that number 7 and I think it's number 2, number 4. Okay, so when you energize the ice cube relays number 7 and number 4, which is normally where the condensing fan motor is, those contacts will close and your condensing fan motors, will run. But this is just a quick way to test all of your fan motors. You turn the power off, you move the wire to the top, to number 1 on the relay, and then when you turn the disconnect back on, the fan motors will come on immediately. And if they don't come on, then you know that you probably more than likely have a bad, you have a bad fan motor. So I've switched all of the wires, and they are tight. I don't have poor connectors, but they are tight. So now let's go over here to our disconnect, turn it on, and let's see if all of our fan motors come on. Oh man. So I just had a fan motor that basically just blew. I don't know if it caught that on camera, but yeah, this fan motor, this one right here, right in front of me, just blew. So that is definitely not good. We will have to replace that. So I'm looking at replacing 2 fan motors, because this one, I had 2 fan motors that are not running. Okay, so this unit needs two condensing fan motors. And obviously that's what's contributing to our high head pressure fault number 13. So we're gonna, and I'm not even gonna bother gauging up, because obviously we have 2 bad fan motors, so our pressures are going to read high. So yeah guys, when you, it's really good to take a look at the entirety of the unit. So look at the whole unit, you know, look at your, you know, check the blower motor, check the belt, check the tightness, check your filters, check your evaporator. Is your evaporator dirty? Go downstairs and look at the returns. Are the returns plugged? Check your condensing fan motors, check the condition of your condenser, because if any one of those things are, you know, if they're not right, or they're dirty, or they're messed up, that will affect your readings. So, you know, if you're having some type of airflow issue, when you go to connect your gauges and you're reading your pressures, you're going to see that your suction pressure is low. You know, your saturation temperature is low, your suction pressure is low, and you're probably going to think, ah man, the circuit is it's low on refrigerant, it needs charge. Well, it probably doesn't need charge. It probably needs, you know, it needs a new belt, it needs the return cleaned, evaporator needs to be cleaned. So before you even put your gauges on the system, look at everything else. Okay, just, I mean, you'll save yourself a lot of time by just doing a visual inspection, you know, and just seeing what the unit needs. Yeah, so that's the approach that I like to take. Instead of just, you know, okay, I got to put my gauges on, I got to see what the pressures are doing. I mean, you can take care of a lot of issues before you even put your gauges on. But yeah, in order to make sure that your readings are accurate, you have to make sure that everything else, you know, the obvious stuff is working like it should. But yeah, I'm gonna put these wire connections back, and then again, I have the unit off right now, and we will be getting a new fan motor. I don't have one with me, unfortunately, so I'll have to make another video of me changing those out, and then also checking once those are changed out, you know, check the pressures, and we'll go from there. And the freaking wasp, hate these things. They love these HVAC units. They try to build their nest in them. I don't have any wasp spray with me. I usually carry a can so I can, you know, spray those suckers. And he's trying to build a nest in there. But whatever, we'll take care of him next time. Alright, but let's check the blower motor and check the belt. See if we're good here. Alright, my belt is tight. Everything spins. The belt is relatively new. I don't see any cracks or tears. Yeah, okay, so the belt is good, but the shivs are actually looking pretty worn. A good sign that your pulleys are going bad is you'll see like belt shavings. See like this black powder. You'll see you'll see a lot of this build up. So an indication that your belt may be too tight, or that, you know, your pulleys are going bad. And you can feel inside of them too, and you'll feel the belt shavings. So yeah, these are kind of worn. So we'll make a recommendation of replacing both of these as well. So we have 2 sheaves we need to replace. We have 2 fan motors that we need to replace. And let's just look in here. Let's check these filters. they're not terrible. Evaporator coil. And evaporator coil is not too bad. A little dirty, but it's not completely plugged. But we'll make note, let the customer know. See what they want to do. Alright guys, cool. So for sure, okay, 4 capacitors, pulleys, 2 condensing fan motors. And once we've got all of that taken care of, we'll go from there. Cool guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're all having again a great day. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all future videos. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one.